और
हेलो
एवरी
ईशा।
इसका एवरीवन का क्या ऑप्शन है?
हेलो
अच्छा,
ईशा।
एवरीवन, व्यू एवरीवन ही है ना?
हाँ, एक सेकंड ना सर। हेलो।
अच्छा, ओके। अच्छा, कैमरा चालू नहीं है ध्रुव का, ओके।
चालू हो गया मम्मी।
हाँ, जस्ट अभी शुरू होगा। ओके।
We'll drop the show.
हेलो। ध्रुव शेयर स्क्रीन किधर था यहाँ पे? अच्छा ओके, यहाँ शेयर स्क्रीन किधर था? यहाँ पे एक दिन था ना नीचे, एक मिनट। ये
Venkat sir, Shweta here.
Yes,
Below the camera, there will be a button for share screen.
below the camera.
Mute. There is a mute button, video camera, and then there is share screen.
ये तो छोटा
ईशा ये बार बार ओपन हो रहा है, नहीं आप कर रहे हो कि अपने आप हो रहा है?
नहीं, ये फुल स्क्रीन हो गया। एक मिनट, ये चार बटन था ना उस दिन पर, अभी छोटा हो।
Yes, I'm just checking. I'm taking Isha on call. Isha is having some device issue. हाँ ध्रुव,
ये हो बिना, अच्छा शो माई स्क्रीन, ओके मेन
वेंकट
स्क्रीन।
सर, हाँ अभी आ रहा होगा ऑप्शन आपको।
हाँ
Yes.
माई, ओके शो माई स्क्रीन ना, ओके हाँ अभी आया। शो माई स्क्रीन में अभी दिख रहा है क्या स्क्रीन?
yes,
अभी दिख
दिख
रहा है?
रहा है. Yes, yes.
ओके 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 फाइन। अच्छा ये पॉज होगा तो ये पॉज हो गया, ओके ओके। ठीक है। People have started joining. I think 18 people are already there. अभी visible है ना screen?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is
Just
visible.
we'll wait couple of minutes for more attendees to join in. Yeah, Dhruv is also here. Hi, Dhruv, please take over.
Yes. So as of now, there are 19 participants. So we'll wait for, I guess, 5 more minutes, and then we can start at
Sure.
5:10.
Okay, fine, no problem.
Yes.
Twenty-two.
So everyone who has joined, just an update, we are waiting for 2 more minutes and then we will start. Till then, maybe everyone can, tell where they are from and what business idea they have in their mind, what business are they thinking to start. They can put up in the chat section and maybe we can chat about it at the end of the session.
Yeah, that would be great, Dhruv. Yeah. I think 25 हो गया है now. 25 है.
So I guess, sir, we can start now. It is 5:10
Yeah,
already.
sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So नमस्कार, जय जिनेंद्र एंड वेरी गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आप सबका आज के हमारे इस वेबिनार में. मैं आपका होस्ट सीए ध्रुव जैन फ्रॉम EMSME. मेरे बारे में कुछ बता देता हूं आप सबको. I am currently heading our flagship product Sathi, which is India's first government scheme discovery platform. And I'm genuinely excited to have you all here for this powerful session on starting and growing a successful business. For all those who are new, EMSME के बारे में आपको कुछ बता देता हूँ कि EMSME सिर्फ एक स्टार्टअप नहीं है, ये आप सबके लिए एक दोस्त और एक गाइड जैसा है. We help MSMEs like you in scheme discovery, capacity building, getting funding through debt sources और government schemes. इसके साथ साथ में compliance जैसे काफी सारे growth support और सबसे important expert and correct guidance हो गया. हम हर स्टेज पे आपके साथ हैं, चाहे वो बिजनेस आइडिया हो या एक्सपेंशन की प्लानिंग. So coming to the MSME month, every year June month is celebrated as MSME month by the United Nations, and we too are celebrating with the similar and nation vision of nation building and building the nation builders, that is you all. और इसके लिए we are coming up with various exciting content throughout this month. आप हमारे सोशल मीडिया चैनल्स ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, लिंक्डइन एंड फेसबुक पे जाके देख सकते हैं. वी आर पोस्टिंग रील्स, आर्टिकल्स, पोस्ट एवरीथिंग ड्यूरिंग दिस मंथ. और इस तरह से एक एक्साइटिंग वेबिनार भी लेके आ रहे हैं ऑन एवरी सैटरडे ऑफ दिस मंथ. वीक 1 का हमारा टॉपिक इज समथिंग डिफरेंट एंड विच इज फॉर एवरी एस्पायरिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर और ग्रोइंग बिजनेस दैट दे नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, विच इज लेइंग द ग्राउंड वर्क एंड हाउ टू स्टार्ट एंड सस्टेन अ सक्सेसफुल बिजनेस. क्योंकि अगर फाउंडेशन स्ट्रांग नहीं है तो ग्रोथ और सस्टेनेबल नहीं बनेगी. सो लेट्स गेट द बेसिक राइट एंड लर्न हाउ टू स्केल अ सक्सेसफुल बिजनेस. और इस विजन के साथ में हमें गाइड करने के लिए आज हमारे साथ है मिस्टर वेंकट अय्यर. सो वेंकट सर has 30 years of experience in the field of banking and finance. Sir has worked 12 years in Axis Bank and 9 years in Yes Bank and that too in the initial foundation years of those banks when they started growing. And to help, they also got funding for various businesses to help them grow and get correct and right method of funding. और वेंकट सर ने भी एक कॉमन स्ट्रगल जरूर देखी कि एमएसएमईज को फंड मिलना बहुत मुश्किल होता है आफ्टर दे आर स्टार्टेड ग्रोइंग. So he started Bridge Easy Consultancy, and later we partnered with him for getting correct and right funding access and formal access to funding to MSMEs, and to help entrepreneurs like you to get secured, unsecured loans, get NPAs restructured, and getting funds through government schemes. We have been working together since long. आज का हमारे सेशन में वेंकट सर विल शेयर प्रैक्टिकल टिप्स, रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल्स and funding strategies that can help you start strong and build a successful and sustainable business. Or to have a seamless and continuous learning session, हम questions जो भी है आपके वो end में ले गए, but definitely you all can put your questions here in the chat and we'll take a note of it, and then last one definitely we will take up the questions. So with that, over to you, Venkat sir.
So thank you, Dhruv. Good evening. Welcome. I welcome you all to this amazing seminar. As Dhruv told, I'm a ex-banker and MSME consultant, right? So for anything and everything, groundwork and the foundation should be very strong. Be it a building, be it a business, or be a relationship also, right? The groundwork has to be very strong. Right. So hence, we have titled this seminar as laying the groundwork to start and sustainable business, right? So as I said, what foundation, why the foundation should be correct? The foundation should be correct because on which the the business and other things can stand upon. Right. So the first pillar is clarity and confidence. If a founder, for example, a founder has a lot of clarity and confidence, that boosts his energy and his business also. So why clarity? Clarity requires means in terms of business goal, and you should also know what the customer needs, right? So that he can go in the right direction without any confusion and wasting his time. Right, that is what clarity and confidence, but this is a very very important and a critical parameter to judge your foundation, right? And the another thing, पैसे के बिना कुछ काम नहीं होता, but पैसा चाहिए business में, right? So the cash budget has to be realistically put for business, right? Realistic मतलब आपको, मैं सोचा 100 करोड़ का बिजनेस, 100 करोड़ कैसे, क्या बजट होगा, कैसे होगा, that all we should track. और स्टार्टअप का मेजर प्रॉब्लम कैश फ्लो है. That is how the startups fail, right? The cash fail because they don't know, even after getting funding, right? They don't know what's the cash management. I'll give you a few examples without mentioning the companies, right? A taxi fellow which has gone bankrupt, right? And other startups which is going bankrupt, all in US, and so that is basically because cash flow management is not there. Some problem with the startups, right? So another is a feedback. The feedback basically, when you get a feedback, you should take it very positively. People say, hey, what you're doing, you're giving such a wrong feedback and a bad feedback. So no feedback is bad. Feedback is given because you have to improve it, so that before going some serious mistakes or doing your business going a wrong way, this will help you in a very long way, right? So these three are the main pillars for thing. Going ahead, we should have a clarity. See, if it's a person who is going to clarity or a job, wherever he goes, he should have a clarity. What am I doing? What should I be doing? And what is my vision towards the job or business, right? So here, first of all, the first question we should ask: why am I starting a business? Means, if I'm starting a business, what is the purpose I'm going to solve to the society as a whole, right? So that with that vision we should go, and we should also see a deeper goal, how it is going to help me and the society doing that, right? So with this vision, what vision, Why the vision should be strong? Because it will help you stay focused. You will not go here and there, because your vision and clarity has to be very strong, right? That is where vision is very. So how to execute the vision and the goals? Set small goals at some time, right? Small steps. If you take, you will reach bigger goals, so that you can measure your progress. If you make a bigger goal, very big goal, you will not measure. You will say the only small thing is done. So that set small goals, achieve it, then your confidence will grow. You will also grow. You will set another milestone. So that is why set small goals to track your progress, so that you also grow in confidence, grow in clarity, and people will notice you, right? That is why small goals are important. So another important point coming here is market research and customer understanding. So market research is very important for any business. With starting a business, you should do a market research. Where is the market? What is the market? If you are starting a builder's business, or you're starting the finance business, you're starting a product business. Nowadays, AI is there. Lot many products in AI being built. So what is the product market size and all things? Market research is very important, right? Without which your business can fail, right? So to first thing you should know is your USP. You have to find your edge. USP is unique selling point, where how you're better, what you're better, and what you're giving unique to the society. So that means, for example, a company which is giving a better I can give you two examples here, right? If you are Blinkit is a company come to the new USP, 10-minute delivery, which no company is offering. So that is his USP. USP, this is the USP. You cannot say healthy sauce is a USP. That is not a USP. This 10-minute delivery is a USP of that, right? So you should think, first you should think a USP. If it is not, you are not getting a USP, rethink, go back to the drawing board, consult few people and get a USP, right? Then you should talk before launching anything or anything. Just go into the drawing board, you should talk to people. You have experts around, in lot many people. If which field you want to see, you have to ask the expert properly. Excel sheet and project report will not help you here, because that will give you a fancy picture but not a real picture. The real picture can be given with the people whom you talk, who are experts in this area, right? So now understand real needs. So now if you see, you have to go, you should not be at the top of the sea. You should go inside and see what problems are being faced by the customers, right? Again, I'll give you another example, right? Amazon is one company which saw aggregating all the vendors together, so that anybody can go and buy anything from there. So he saw a problem that people have to go, not available. You have to go specific places where finding all the products. So why not aggregate the product at one place? So that is the gap he saw, and he addressed the need. And now we can see what is Amazon now, right? Now with know the alternatives. Amazon started very small, but in the sense, year by year, he has added so many products. So that is a research done by him, right? So that is why MSME has to do these 4 steps first, and then become hero on Amazon, right? That is what I want to emphasize here, that USP is very important for your business. Talk to your people, understand your needs, and know your alternatives, correct? So this is most important. Now after all this, now we have now comes your business model. How to bring your business to the table, right? Business model, what is there, how we are going to do, what you are going to do, and all that. So here comes the point, that revenue clarity, but what your business is going to give you money, how much you are going to earn, and what type of business you are going to do, where be it sales, services, subscription, or mix of things, right? So this clarity has to be there. If it is not there, you have to again go to the drawing board. That is very important, right? Another point comes, that expense and break even planning. What happens that we plan big budgets, but we don't see a small budget like monthly fixed asset. I want to do housekeeping, all that. Now, we don't plan for that, right? So we have to plan what is the monthly fixed budget and variable cost, and then calculate the bigger goals. So when I'll do a break even, when I'll come to the breaking point and all that, and then calculate the product pricing and all that, so that you break even after some time, a reasonable time of 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years, depending on the business, right? It's not, break even point is not same for all business, very, very different for all businesses, correct? Now here, funding decision, right? Now this is a very, very critical decision you have to take, whether you will be bootstrapping your business, you will take a loan, or seek investment. Like, these three steps are very important, and we'll have to decide early so that we can shape up your financial strategy. Why this is important? Because if you have bootstrap, then no worry, you can go ahead. But how to go, what financial strategies you should do, that is very important. Sitting with the expert, you can do that, right? This is, now again coming back, see, a building, after business, you have created a business, right? Now you have to have a structure around it. How a structure? A legal structure. Means you have to form a company, you have to form which constitution, proprietorship, partnership, or private limited. You have to choose accordingly. You normally people start with proprietorship or private limited or partner, depending on the business type, business volume, and what is their expertise in, right? Then comes the government regulations like GST, PAN, this is, and open a current account, correct? Now, a legal setup brings you trust. If you are registered with the government, like the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, or getting all the certificates, the trust is coming automatically because it is already registered with the government. Right? You can get access to the fund very easily. Now here comes my favorite quote: non-compliance cost is always more than compliance cost. Now I see people here, sir, I don't, I am not doing compliance, I want funding. That is not possible, my dear friend. Compliance has to bend at every step, be it a small to small business, be it a small business who is doing 50,000 per month, or 5 lakhs per year. He has to comply. But let it be zero tax. He has to comply. That will give him a lot of energy, lot of confidence, and banks will also see this guy is complying even at a very small level. Why not let them grow with our help of all the loans and all that? That is the trust established with the financial institution, right? So now here, a building team, right? A team is very much important for any successful business. Right team is very important. Now, if you have a team, you can delegate work to other people. You cannot do everything alone, and you should also choose a proper network. Right? Nowadays, networking is very important for doing a business. Why networking? Because you meet lot many people. Right? Now, right team building will solo is very tough, and you cannot do everything. You are not God. You cannot do finance. Nothing. You can. You have to act as per your strength. You can, right? So find the collaborators who will be complement you, advisors and co-founders who can help you in your business to grow faster, right? Another thing, if a co-founder or a collaborator has a complement skill set, for example, you are good in finance, right? Now somebody is good at sales, take him as your co-partner or a collaborator, so that he'll help you the business in a growing faster rather than you growing everywhere, right? That is why you should divide, delegate your work. Now we have nowadays networking platforms are there, right? You just EMSME is one of the platform, and we should attend events, connect with mentors. So when you go to these events, you will automatically gain lot of knowledge by seeing lot of people guiding you, mentoring you, and all that. So this comes with a proper network, and which gives you a lot of wisdom to do business, to collaborate with so many people. So if you collaborate with so many people, you can say, I have an office in Bangalore, I have an office in Hyderabad. Sitting in one place, you can send cases across India. That is the power of networking, right? That is why I say balanced skill set. Now, this is the most important parameter in business: mindset. A mindset of the founder should be very strong, should not waiver during the first 3 years of a business. Why? Because first 3 years is a setting time, right? He can go through a lot of emotional ups and downs. So to stay constant, stay as rock solid in this first 3-5 years time, so that your business will grow after you see this failures and all that. So you should accept the failure and move ahead. Don't get bogged down by the failure. I cannot do it. No, you can do it. Keep learning, stay motivated, and embrace the failure, right? So resilience will give you the strength to come back with lot of obstacles and turn the obstacles into opportunities. That is why mindset of the entrepreneur has to be important, very strong, right? Here, if somebody is not very strong, he cannot do a successful. He will close down this business in next 2 to 3 years time. I am not discouraging you, because this is a very, very important. If you stand strong with your ideas and with your belief, believe me, you will succeed. I'll tell you, this IPL is an example for that, right? Virat Kohli, 18 years it took to get a first IPL title for Virat Kohli. So that is, the world is going gaga ga all the IPL. Nobody is seeing other teams. Only Virat Kohli is being there for last 1 year in the social media. So that is the mindset and the resilience which I could resonate with this example, right? Now, coming to funding and capital management, right? Funding, nowadays, funding is being used by everybody, right? People also say private funding. The private funding is not easy. I'll leave apart that, right? So funding and capital management. Funding means how much fund you have. If you want to start a business, what is the amount you have in your kitty? You should see. If you want to have start a good factory, at least 30-40 lakhs should be there, at least two in your kitty, and then you can see where I can go hunt for funding. This you can keep at a reserve, if for which any untoward incident happens or any something like COVID happens, we can see that you can take that reserve and protect your business, right? The first thing, first ABCDE of the funding, mental and capital management is as below. The first one is bootstrapping. Bootstrapping means put your own business, start your business with your own money. For example, you have to start a small business with 10 lakhs. You can do that, right? But you have to have a proper planning. Everything should be properly done, then go for it. Don't just waste your hard-earned money by just going into without any planning or thing, right? That is very, very important. Why I am emphasizing here planning, funding, foundation, because that will build your business to a long term thing. You can go 10-20 years or whatever, rock solid. If any storm come, anything comes, it will not break. That is why foundation is very important. So that bootstrapping will give you a start, a kick start to your business. Right now, families, friends are always there to help you, right? So first you start your business 10 lakhs, then you can ask family people, can you give me some so that I can grow a business more? After seeing that, right? Now the most important point comes here. Very, very important point is going to coming up here, right? How the government is going to help you in setting up your business and taking your business to a long way, right? This is here. The top schemes of government schemes are CMAGP, PSI, and all that. I'll elaborate this in a short while, right? So these schemes are very, very important for a startup to coming up, to start a manufacturing industry, start a semiconductor industry, or start a dehydration plant. Lot many things are going on, right? You want to start a food industry, that is also there. So lot many things are covered by the government. You have to be patient here, not that like I want to very fast. It will not. Government takes time, but you will get the money. Lot many things. Government is also giving subsidies, right? So that will come at a later stage when when Dhruv and we take it ahead that time, right? Now, now with these schemes, you have to see how we can place you in the schemes. Now, after getting the funding from the government, also cash flow has to be at every check. You have to know at night also. If somebody asks what is your profit of today, you should be able to tell. You cannot say that let me check with my CA and I will tell you tomorrow. No, that is not a correct entrepreneur's plan. You have to know your business every moment, every minute of it. He cannot depend on a CA. CA comes when he's filing the taxes, right? CAs don't take it otherwise. I'm just telling them that this is very important. Obviously, you are there, the backbone of all businesses, or you are guiding them in just to know them and how to guide them. That is why I'm telling you. Right? So cash flow is the main thing which is to be kept in check for you. Next one, separate your business and personal account. This should not be mixed at any cost, because business income is business income, personal income is personal income. So if you mix it, you will create a chaos. You will not know what is the business amount turnover coming, and your personal money is also going away. So you will not create wealth, you will not create business, nothing. It will go for a big toss. That is a sincere request from my side. Next one, the top two don'ts for MSME, do's and don'ts for MSME. Before going this, I'll tell you this is top do and don'ts are there. Right? The first one, do's: comply and register your business. This is very important. Compliance, foundation. That is because this has to go in your DNA and everything. That's why the business will be successful. Maintain financial discipline. Again, finance is coming, a cash flow. My mantra today is cash flow only. Right? The cash. Now, another thing, your savior, government schemes. So you have to understand the government schemes and the eligibility to know what business you can start with the government schemes. Right? So we can guide you here. And then the next one, after the government schemes, you have to prepare a proper business plan. That means a business which can be represented to the bank and say that this is a very good business coming up. You have to fund this business. The third one, the villain has come again here. Manage cash flow smartly. Right? So these are the 5 do's which are very critical for any business. Be it Panwala. This is very important. Now don'ts. Now people start business without market research. So I would sincerely request them, do not ignore this point. I already discussed this point. Do not delay legal and compliance work. If you delay, you have to pay penalty. Right? Penalty comes from the government side and you have to pay, and your business will take a backseat. You will keep on complying this only. You will keep on going to government office, your business will go for a toss. And hiring, if you are hiring at an emotional alone, right? Array, this is my friend. He doesn't have any job. Let him come inside. He doesn't have any experience of your business. Gone again. So you should proper interview, and you should do not hire on emotion basis. Hire on rational basis, on his experience, on his strong points. Right? You should do that. So all these things matter. If you do a wrong hire, you will again spend up another 6 months in hiring a new person. You have lost your 6 months of your business. Most important thing: do not over invest in fixed asset. Fixed asset, people buy lot of machineries before starting a business and end up in lot of capital intensive expenses. If the business doesn't work, it goes for scrap. So that's, take 1 or 2 machines, test your business first year, second year, third year, then increase. That will give you a lot of confidence and good profit in your pocket also. Once the money is there in the pocket, you can expand your business also. Dhruv, hope everything is going good.
Yes, sir. Definitely, everything is going good. It is going wonderful.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. So another thing, the bank, these loans, the schemes are going through banks, right? You have to see what negative parameters banks see. You almost see that a bank doesn't give loan. अरे ये तो loan नहीं दे रहा मेरे को, मेरा फाइल इतना अच्छा है फिर भी loan नहीं मिलता है. So we should look into a negative parameters of your business. For example, from the bank's perspective, I'm telling you now, your CIBIL score. CIBIL score is a if people doesn't know a CIBIL score. I don't know anybody who is there who does not know a CIBIL score. But for advantage of everybody, I'll tell you, CIBIL score is nothing but a history, credit history you have, which created over a period of time, and the government agencies are monitoring this, which is are governed by the RBI, right? So if your CIBIL score is less than 650, you are not eligible for a loan. Why it is 650? We can discuss it later, and how we can improve that also we can discuss. This is a first point, and if bank sees this below 650, they will not even see your documents. Straight away rejected because the CIBIL score is not good. The reflection of CIBIL score is seen here: weak financial and irregular cash flow. Right? Weak financial means you are not maintained the financials properly. All this money has been rooted somewhere. That is why it's a poor cash flow, irregular cash flow. Lack of documentation. When I said government, no, sorry, uh, lack of documentation means the compliances you do. That is very important. If you are not complying, a delay in compliance will hit you here. Unclear business model. As you previously discussed the business model, you have to be very, very clear with the business model. And the most important point, some businesses ride high on one client. ये हमारा यूएस का क्लाइंट है, बहुत पैसा दे रहा है मेरे को, इसके अलावा पैसा मुझे नहीं चाहिए, दूसरा क्लाइंट चाहिए ही नहीं. Very good. If the client goes away, is get a better offer in US, he will leave you. Then you have to close down your business. So that's why you should have minimum 50 to 100 clients, which does not bother one client. If he goes away also, business will stay strong. He will not. If a US client goes, India clients are there with me. So you'll have a good night's sleep. Your business is growing, right? And non-compliance of statutory obligation. All these 5 things are villain for your bank loan, right? Non-compliance of statutory obligation, GST, your ITR, your balance sheet, profit and loss has to be filed, come what may at the year, right? So your CA will come to your rescue here, right? Now, from the investor perspective, nowadays, being a startup world, right? A lot of investors invest money in the startup. So from the investor perspective, these are the points. Bank perspective, bank and investor are different. You cannot compare both the parameters, but somewhere both are common. But investor sees 2 more extra points in your business. Non-scalable business. Bank is not worried about scaling, but you are worried about repayment of their EMIs. Here, he is putting his own hard-earned money. That's why I'll ask you how the business is scalable for you. What is the type of scale? What is your strategy that you will scale your business in next 5 years time? That is why you should have a good scalable business. If an investor doesn't see as your business is scalable, he will not invest. Inexperienced and unbalanced founding team. Here again, the founder and the co-founder has to be very, very strong in their business which they are going to start. If they're not clear about the ideas and their business model, the investor will not, because he's at a risk of finding his money being lost the next 3 years. He will wait for 3 years, 1 or 2 years, then he'll say, I'm withdrawing my money, or his money is duped in the business. Here also he will see a poor financial transparency. Financial transparency means you are not disclosing any of the financial transactions which you are given to him. As your bank loans, or you are taken anything other than your personal things. Personal things need not to be disclosed. But what is the funding you expect? How you are going? What is your contribution? He will not fund you 100%. He will see what the amount of percentage you are put in your investment, and what is the confidence you have in the business as you invested your own money. So if we have a poor financial transparency, investor will not invest in your business. Then comes high burn rate. For example, burn rate means if you are advertising your business at in social media, giving every month and every week you're burning 10,000, 50,000, 1 lakh rupees without any clear path of profitability, you are losing your money. And you will also say, why the burn rate is high? There is no business. Why you are burning your money? Right? That is one. This is a social media business. People burn high rate money, and then they say the social media is not working. You should have clearly identify the social media team to what is your path and what is the clear expected result from the social media. Now here the USP comes to play here. Lack of competitive advantage. As I told earlier, USP is very important. Uh, in that, if you are not clear, investor will not invest in your. So he doesn't see a competitive advantage. For example, a product, a mobile phone, if you see, if you are not giving any competitive advantage, he will not come. You must see lot many companies shutting down. China-based companies a lot shutting because they don't have a competitive. A best example would be Nokia. 1980, 1990, all Nokia was very famous. When this smartphone came, he did not adapt to the new technology. That's why lack of competitive advantage. So he lost the, he had to shut down the business. Right. So now coming back to our government funding schemes, first 5 critical parameters which are very important while get qualifying for a government scheme. First one, business to be registered under Udyam, right? Udyam should be there. You should have your Shop Act. Whatever compliance has to be done is to be done, right? Be it private limited, proprietor or partnership. Business has to be registered. Proprietor has to have a Shop Act and a Udyam. Only if you have a Udyam, you are eligible for government scheme. Without that, you are not eligible for government scheme. The first step. Second one, a solid project report with financials. The project report has to be done, which is done sitting with you, and then your experience financials is given here, depending on the business you are doing, right? Whatever, be it a silicon, whatever business you are doing, you have to have proper financials, and a proper report is made, which can be given to the government and the banker so that they are ready to fund your business with this project report. Third one, what again, I last slide I told you, promoters fund is very important. If he is not funding his business, that means he is not having confidence in his business. So promoter has to fund his business at least 10, 20, 30, whatever it is, percentage of the bank financials, bank loan. Fourth one, you should meet the specific eligibility of government schemes. We have specific eligibilities in the government. Each scheme has each eligibility, different eligibilities, so that depending on the business, you can we can pitch you that government scheme. Specific eligibilities are there. You should fit into that eligibility scheme. Fifth one, CIBIL, again, no defaults in past loan. So if you are taking a loan, you have to have a repayment plan in place. How we are going to repay the loan. So if the monthly expense should also come with this EMI. So you have to account for EMI in each month so that no defaults happen in your CIBIL. If it happens, we have different methods. So these are the top 3 government schemes. And there are lot many government schemes. We have these 3. Dhruv, would you like to take over from here?
Definitely, sir. I'll take over from here, and thank you so much. That was incredibly insightful. And I'm sure definitely हर किसी को clarity मिली होगी और आज एक नई direction मिली होगी to run their business. So before we move on to Q&A, I would quickly like to brief you to 3 government schemes which are high impact creating for MSMEs. So first scheme it is PMEGP scheme. PMEGP stands for Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. So अगर आपका business नया है and you want to start a business into manufacturing or service sector, then this scheme is for you. तो PMEGP के अंडर आपको मिल सकता है 15% से लेके 35% तक की सब्सिडी In case of manufacturing, the maximum project cost is 50 lakhs, and in service businesses, maximum project cost is 20 lakhs. तो इतने तक के प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट में आपको सब्सिडी मिल सकती है फॉर स्टार्टिंग अ न्यू बिजनेस. एंड द गुड न्यूज इज कि कुछ स्टेट्स में पीएमईजीपी की तरह ही एक और स्कीम होता है सीएमएजीपी, विच इज चीफ मिनिस्टर्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम, जो कि इस स्कीम से ही सिमिलर होता है और ज्यादा से ज्यादा नए बिजनेसेस को प्रमोट करने के लिए विजन रखता है. इसके अलावा स्टैंड अप इंडिया लोन. So this scheme is specifically for women entrepreneurs and SC/ST entrepreneurs. So for example, अगर कोई मेल entrepreneur है और SC/ST भी है, तो they can take benefit of this loan. इसमें आपको मिलता है 10 लाख से लेके 1 करोड़ तक का लोन फॉर स्टार्टिंग अ न्यू वेंचर, एंड इसमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सर्विस के साथ साथ ट्रेडिंग बिजनेसेस भी एलिजिबल है. थर्ड है DPIIT recognition. तो DPIIT कोई स्कीम नहीं है, it is an access, it is like a key to get access to various government schemes and initiatives. तो DPIIT के अंदर आप एलिजिबल किस तरह से होते हैं ये जानते हैं. So if you have something innovative, some innovative idea या ऐसा कुछ आइडिया जो कि मार्केट में किसी एग्जिस्टिंग प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रहा हो, और आपके बिजनेस का एज 10 years से कम है एंड आपका टर्नओवर 100 करोड़ से कम है, then this certification is for you. Because DPIIT certification, which is also known as startup certification, इससे आपको एक्सेस मिल सकता है ऑफ टैक्स एग्जेम्पशन अंडर सेक्शन 80 IAC फॉर 3 years. इसका मतलब कि कोई भी स्टार्टअप जिनके पास में DPIIT सर्टिफिकेट है और 80 IAC के अंडर अप्रूवल है, वो स्टार्टअप उनके स्टार्टिंग के 10 साल में से किसी भी 3 कंसेक्यूटिव यानी कि 3 लगातार साल तक टैक्स एग्जेम्पशन ले सकता है. इसका मतलब कि नो टैक्स फॉर 3 कंसेक्यूटिव ईयर्स. इसके साथ साथ में अगर आपका DPIIT सर्टिफिकेट है, देन यू कैन आल्सो टेक पार्ट इन स्टार्टअप इंडिया सीड फंड स्कीम, जिसके अंदर आपको 20 लाख तक का नॉन रिफंडेबल ग्रांट मिल सकता है और साथ साथ में 50 लाख तक का डेट भी मिल सकता है इनक्यूबेटर से. और भी स्टार्टअप इंडिया सर्टिफिकेट के काफी सारे बेनिफिट्स हैं, जैसे कि रिइंबर्समेंट आपको मिल सकता है फॉर पेटेंट एंड ट्रेडमार्क रजिस्ट्रेशन अप टू 80%. और सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट, यू गेट एक्सेस टू स्टार्टअप इंडिया पोर्टल, जिसके अंदर आप मेंटरशिप, गाइडेंस, इन्वेस्टर कनेक्ट प्रोग्राम जैसे काफी सारे बेनिफिट्स का आप लाभ उठा सकते हैं. तो ये सब स्कीम्स काफी पावरफुल है, लेकिन उनका फायदा तभी मिलता है जब आपके पास में सही गाइडेंस हो, एंड दैट इज वेयर वी ऑल स्टेप इन. तो अगर आपको इन स्कीम्स के बारे में कुछ जानना हो तो यू ऑल कैन रीच आउट टू अस आफ्टर दिस वेबिनार. तो सर, आई गेस वी कैन मूव टुवर्ड्स द Q&A सेशन.
Yeah, I think we can do that, but fine. I'll take the next slide.
Yes sir, definitely, yes.
So these are, so guys, thank you very much for listening to us patiently. And now here are the coordinates if you can reach out to us, right? So while ending the screen share right now, so that we can go to this Q&A.
Yes sir. So I have a few questions. I'll ask you one by one.
Yeah.
So the first question is that if someone has an idea but no experience, तो उनको अगर नया बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना हो तो what would you suggest?
See, if you have a new idea, would like to know what idea, you have to at least come, what idea, understand, we should explain to us what you want to do. If you have no experience, that's okay. Where you got the idea from, that is more important. Where you got the idea from and what you want to do with the idea. Just the idea can do many great businesses, but what, that is more important. How we can guide you with this how you can take, what you can take, and we would like to know your thought process behind this idea.
Got it sir. So what is that one myth or misunderstanding जो कि normally market में होता है MSMEs को regarding government schemes, and how would you clarify it and debunk that myth?
So government schemes, see, first of all, let me clarify, government schemes, it is a help given by the government to you, right? So we have to be patient. A lot many people say this doesn't work, government कोई पैसा नहीं देता है. We trust me, government gives money to you. A lot of misunderstanding going there, and people say I do government schemes, I take advance money and go away. He doesn't have any clarity about government schemes. You should be very careful while selecting the government scheme, selecting the person whom you are working for the government scheme. So that is why people say, no, this doesn't work. And advance, people take advance. And you should also see where you are giving advance, which person. If it's your individual, you have to verify the individual, which company is associated with, what is he doing. You cannot just give him an advance and say, मेरा government scheme में काम करा दो. नहीं होगा. Lot many people have done that. Please verify before entering into any government scheme. Verify with the expert. We are the experts sitting here. You can verify with us. Dhruv, आप mute में. I am not able to hear you.
I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, so I have one more question. He's asking, I wanted to know what are some funding opportunities for my business if my incorporation is dated 1 to 2 years ago. As I'm at my initial business level, I have low financials and loss, but I need finance for working capital requirements. So what can I do?
See, working capital can be given, but low financial, and why? Why low financial is there? First, you have to find a reason for that, right? Why you have gone into low financial? Do you have any defaults or any civil issues are there, or you had lot many bootstrapping and you lost money? Why is low financial? What is the key to low financial is to be first addressed to, and then we can see how you can fund your business. What is the reason for low financial? That is to be found first. Root cause analysis has to be done.
Got it, sir. So MSMEs को normally funding through government schemes or subsidies के लिए application के पहले what should they keep in mind and what all things should they ensure?
See, for a subsidy, if you want to get a subsidy, first you should see what is my business. For example, you're starting a manufacturing company. I'll give one example. If you want to start a manufacturing company for a food item like chocolate, let us take an example of chocolate, right? You want to start a chocolate factory, small chocolate factory, which you want to say that corporate gifting and all that. If you want to do a chocolate, so you can do that. But what is your knowledge about chocolate? That is more important. First thing. Then government schemes of what? Then what benefit you require? People come to me saying that, sir, I want subsidy. That's why I want to go to government scheme. But what type of subsidy is not given like that? Right? Subsidy, the government will verify the business. They will see whether it is gone as per the project report which you are given, submitted to the bank. This one, and you should know that what type of business with a proper market research. You should know what business you are going to do. That is very important. Without a research, though we can help you in all project report, first we have a interview session. We'll go through you, understand your business, your thought process, then suggest proper.
Okay, sir. So एक question है, in case of loans, is it preferred to start a business in a woman's name to get
You
better
can
benefits?
see woman's name, you can start, but is the woman actively involved in business? That is the critical question
Correct.
to be asked here. Is if the women are critically involved, actively involved, obviously you can go with them because you get better subsidy there. Because women obviously are multitaskers, right? So they can nowadays we cannot take a housewife and go for a subsidy. That is not eligible. That's not possible. You will be doing a blunder there. Obviously we
All right.
can go with women.
Sir, एक और question है कि if someone has already started the business but they have missed building a solid foundation, मतलब documentation पहले नहीं था proper or maybe they were showing losses in the books. So how can they course correct it now so that they can get access to funding?
So see, first of all, as I said, compliance, non-compliance comes at a cost. You have to pay the penalty, everything. Though you have to recover last food, for example, 1 year you have not done the compliance. You have to do the first that compliance, then comes the second year compliance. Then only you will be, because banks and lending will ask you, what about the first year's compliance? You cannot show, you are not ready to show that, then bank will not fund you. Any government schemes, they will not fund you, because the most important thing is that how to recover the money which I paid you. That is the most important thing. Okay, if you are delaying, if there is some genuine delays, we can obviously see, okay, no problem. We had some genuine delays, we can accept it. We cannot, that if it is, what you say, reasonable, done with a purpose, then it is a wrong intention funding.
Got it. तो दीपाली जी को एक क्वेश्चन है कि आई हैव टू स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस इन रेशम खेती उद्योग and also with that I want to start a tailoring business. So what are the government initiatives and schemes for my business?
So, Deepali ji, you have experience in this field. If we can experience in the, you can go ahead. Women till SAB, we have small schemes, 10 lakhs and all that schemes are there. You should, we should know the project cost of yours first. Then we can help you which schemes you can go. A lot of schemes are women coming up here. What is the cost, project cost, and what is your expertise in this area? Then we can help you out in this area. So we can
So sir,
obviously
अगर
rate.
इसमें yes you
Yeah.
can continue.
No, I completed. You can tell.
Okay, so I was asking इस केस में let's assume कि ये एक माइक्रो बिजनेस है. So what are the schemes that you would suggest him?
Micro, see, we have Mahila Udyam. It is one scheme is there in Central Bank of India. We have Mahila Udyog scheme, right? And one more is there. 3 lakhs that is a scheme that is specifically for women housewife scheme. For it,
Okay.
tailoring, and all this bakery is there. That scheme is there for 3 lakhs rupees. You can avail that.
This is from Central Bank of India.
Central Bank of India. That is government scheme only.
Correct.
At
Yes.
Central Mahila Yojana, something they have named that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Aram Singhvi ji को एक question है. He is asking how to get an idea if one is unable to find. Suggest some if you can.
No matter what idea. What is he asking? What? How to find the idea?
How to guide? Yes. How to get an idea if one is unable to find, or how to find the correct sector or field to start a business. How to learn and find that.
So first you have to see what market research. For example, you want to start uh, a business for services. For example, computer business or any manufacturing you want to do, a tawa business, tawa manufacturing. You want to do a tawa manufacturing business. You should first research why you want to do. What is the person who is coming with you has to be experienced in this. If you don't have experience, find some co-founder who can help you in this business. If you have a co-founder, a good co-founder can help you out and see what is do a market research. Then you see a market gap where you can find this gap is very good. You can go ahead with this business. That is what I say. Idea, you should sit and discuss. If you don't have an idea, you can now AI, Google Baba, everybody is there, so you can ask them. They are all experts now.
Correct. Correct. So Chandrasekhar ji is asking for your contact details. So Chandrasekhar ji, you can share your contact number here, and we will personally reach out to you.
Yeah.
And no issues for that. And he also has a question: key what points one? I'm sorry, just a second. Yeah, what points make it quick for investors to make a decision? Yeah.
The investors, see, for that you should what business you are into. It is a, for example, nowadays food tech is going on, edutech is going on, right? AI, IT is going on very good. What type of business you want to do, right? If you want to have a start a business, you should at least say. Again, I'm saying my research only there. Can you repeat the question, Dhruv? What is?
So the question is, what points make it quick for investors to make a quick decision?
A quick point is your scalable business. Then your funding opportunities. What is your contribution in business? How you are going to scale? What is the profit margin? or profit margin, then how we are going to return the money to the investor? What amount of, that is, if he is putting 10 lakh rupees, will you able to return 30 lakh rupees in 3 years time? That is a
Correct.
question investor
Needs
asks.
to be asked. Correct. Yes, sir. एक क्वेश्चन सर ये है कि आर देयर एनी schemes for MSMEs for consolidation of existing loan obligations, and if
No.
not, what can an MSME do for this?
See, consolidation के लिए कोई scheme नहीं है, because consolidation करना है. See, few customers come to me saying that, sir, I have taken so much of business loan, now I want to consolidate. So that is, no, it's very difficult, because what happens while consolidation, no bank or MSME will fund to close your business loans. You have to close on your own, but consolidation can happen slowly and gradually. We can sit and discuss which loan to be closed first, how you can get, and term loan or something, we can see that. Immediately, there is no scheme for consolidation.
Okay. Sir, एक क्वेश्चन है कि if infrastructure is made for manufacturing and then we are lacking the working capital to run the business, buy raw materials and daily payments, then what initiatives are available to avail for the working capital requirement from the government schemes also, and from banks and private organizations also?
See, for any manufacturing, working capital is very important. Working capital, we have a scheme which purely gives working capital only for the manufacturers, right? So that is one scheme we can avail. CGTMSE is the scheme. Trade guarantee trust. That is the trust which is given. Trade guarantee is the trust. Then for micro small enterprise, that is the full form of CGTMSE. It is basically a working capital scheme which is given to manufacturers and service-based industries, depending on the turnover, and with proper compliance. If we do, we can give you a manufacturing working capital.
Okay, sir. तो प्राची जी, आपको जो भी क्वेश्चन है, whatever question you have, you can put it in the chat and we will answer it. So getting to the another question, normally how much working capital can I get for my business? How do I know that?
See, if your working turnover is 1 CR, 20 to 25% of your turnover can be taken considered as working capital. You
20
can
to
get
25%.
20 to 25% of your turnover can be given as working capital through government schemes.
Okay. और ये 20-25% में सर कोई ओन कंट्रीब्यूशन इंक्लूडेड है कि ये प्योरली इतना बैंक से मिल सकता है?
नहीं, बैंक से मिलता है, इसमें कोई ओन कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं.
ओके, गॉट इट. और ज्ञान चंद्र जी को एक क्वेश्चन है कि सर, मुझे एक प्रॉब्लम थी, जैसे कि न्यू स्टार्टअप को जब स्टार्ट में प्रॉब्लम्स होती है तो आगे बढ़ सके करने के लिए ऐसे कौन से गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स है या मुझे कहाँ से हेल्प मिल सकता है, वो जानना है.
स्टार्टअप स्कीम मतलब एग्जैक्टली करना क्या चाहते हैं ज्ञानचंद जी?
So basically they are having some problems in the new business रन करने के लिए या ग्रो करने के लिए. So what are the ways they can do to get support and grow the business?
उनका पहले तो क्या बिजनेस है पहले समझना पड़ेगा, व्हाई इट हैज गॉन रॉन्ग.
Okay.
Right? If it has gone wrong, then they will bank will see पिछला बिजनेस क्यों नहीं चला, where it went wrong, financials है, cash flow है, कहाँ पे legal compliances नहीं हुआ, all this they will see. Again, funding them will be a bit difficult, because they have
Alright.
already defaulted in the business. So that is why bank will be cautious will giving this. But anyhow, if we can, they can tell us what they have gone wrong, where they have gone wrong, we can see how we can correct that and take them ahead.
Okay, तो ज्ञान चंद्र जी, आप अपना नंबर डाल सकते हैं चैट में and our team will reach out to you for proper and correct consultation. एक क्वेश्चन है सतीश जी से कि सर, मेरा सिबिल स्कोर 800 है, फ्रूट एंड वेजिटेबल सेलर हूँ एंड उद्यम भी है, ITR भी है, मुझे गवर्नमेंट स्कीम मिलेगा क्या? बैंक टर्नओवर भी अच्छा है एंड अदर कोई एक्टिव लोन या पेंडिंग भी नहीं है कुछ.
बिल्कुल मिलेगा, 100%. आप उनका नंबर ले लीजिए, 100% उनको कर सकते।
So Satish, you can put your number in the chat and our team will reach out to you. प्राची जी का क्वेश्चन है कि I have team of 100 plus people, 100 plus entrepreneurs. I need to know how we can give them right guidance for the work.
What प्राची जी, what type of entrepreneurs you have? क्या वर्क के लिए आपको क्या जानना है?
Yes, sir. So Prachi ji has she has given her mobile number, so maybe we can together reach out to her.
Can reach out to her, no problem.
Okay, sir. Another question is कि सतीश जी का जो बिजनेस है they are into vegetable, eggs, fruits और milk and जो डेली के ग्रोसरी प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं उनका बिजनेस है. So they have questions regarding that.
Obviously प्रोडक्ट कुछ भी हो, because see it is obviously वर्किंग कैपिटल चाहिए उनको, जो भी है we can do that. We can send, we can ask them to give a summary and we can take it up from there.
Okay, got it. Got it. We have one more question कि सर कैश फ्लो है इसलिए तो प्रॉब्लम है, हम कुछ मशीनरी परचेस करना चाहते हैं, उस मशीनरी पे मुझे कोई लोन नहीं दे रहा है. So इस पे if you can talk about something.
So
They
cash,
already have existing loan on vehicle and everything. तो उसके लिए उनको समझना है कि फॉर एग्जांपल दे हैव गिवन एन एग्जांपल कि 6 लाख की मशीनरी है और उनको उसको लेकर के फंडिंग चाहिए, तो हाउ कैन दे मूव फॉरवर्ड.
so एग्जिस्टिंग लोन्स कितने हैं उनके देखने पड़ेंगे, उनका एलिजिबिलिटी चेक करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज सी वर्क अल्टीमेटली उनका कितना बचता है प्रॉफिट उसमें, आफ्टर डिडक्टिंग ऑल दी लोन्स, व्हाट इज दी मनी लेफ्ट in the monthly expense and income, that is we have to see, and then only we can commit to the loan कि इतना लोन मिलेगा. So that's what cash flow has very importance. आपको every money has to be accounted for. वहां से करेंगे तो we can see अगर एलिजिबिलिटी बैठता है तो we can see, otherwise उनको थोड़े लोन क्लोज करके है करना पड़ेगा. और
Okay. All right, sir. तो similar to this, we have one more question. जहाँ पर वो पूछ रहे हैं कि उनको नॉर्मली बैंक्स ऑटोमोबाइल के लिए, बाइक्स, कार्स के लिए लोन दे रहे हैं, मगर उनको मशीनरी के लिए लोन नहीं दे रहे. सो द थिंग इज कि ही हैज पुट ऑल हिज मनी इन बिल्डिंग अ शोरूम. अब जब उनको मशीनरी चाहिए तो वहां पर बैंक उनको फंडिंग नहीं दे रहा है एंड दे आर आस्किंग फॉर बैलेंस शीट, जीएसटी एंड अदर डॉक्यूमेंट्स. So they need clarity regarding that.
सी मशीन्स के लिए आपको क्या टाइप ऑफ मशीन चाहिए वो बताइए. ऑब्वियसली ये बैंक्स फाइनेंशियल्स तो पूछेंगे ही पूछेंगे, विदाउट दैट दे विल नॉट गिव एनी लोन. फाइनेंशियल हैज टू बी गिवन. आपका फाइनेंशियल जो भी आईटीआर वाईटीआर जीएसटी सब देना पड़ेगा, उसके बेसिस पे ही हम कुछ आपका लोन कितना बैठेगा क्या बैठेगा बता सकते हैं. विदाउट दैट नहीं बता पाएंगे. आप डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं दोगे लोन नहीं होगा.
Correct, sir. So from this session we understood कि documentation कितना important role play करता है in getting loans, whether it is from government or it is from banks. तो सर प्राची जी का क्वेश्चन है कि सीजीटी एमएससी स्कीम में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी जो कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अभी तक स्टार्ट किया नहीं है, दे हैव जस्ट बिल्ड द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और मेन जो प्रोडक्शन है वो स्टार्ट करना बाकी है, तो ऐसे बिजनेसेस को लोन मिलता है?
स्टार्ट करना बाकी है मतलब आपने मशीनरी ले लिया सब सेटअप कर दिया है क्या?
यस, इंफ्रा एंड एवरीथिंग इज डेवलप्ड, बस उनको बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने के लिए मे बी वर्किंग कैपिटल या कुछ चाहिए हो तो नए बिजनेसेस को मिलता है. बिकॉज मार्केट में ऐसा कंटेंशन है कि सीजीटी एमएससी एग्जिस्टिंग बिजनेसेस को ही मिलता है जिनका 2 से 3 साल से एग्जिस्टेंस है.
तो इसमें देखो सीजीटीएमएससी नॉर्मली उसमें ही जाता है, बट कैसा है अपना सीजीटीएस में टर्म लोन कैसा मिल सकता है, टर्म लोन देख सकते हैं उनका क्या बिजनेस प्रोफाइल है, बिजनेस मॉडल है वो देखना पड़ेगा पहले. If you have proper business model, if you are there, then we can see how a term loan can be arranged through CGTMSC.
तो बेसिकली पॉसिबिलिटी है सर सीजीटी एमएससी के लिए?
Yes.
गॉट इट सर. एक क्वेश्चन है कि if a business has a low credit score and defaults in past, पुराना है काफी, तो can they still get loan support through government schemes, और अगर नहीं तो फिर what can they do to become eligible?
तो पहला आपका लो सिबिल स्कोर है, तो सिबिल स्कोर ठीक करना पड़ेगा अपने को।
तो सर उसके बारे में if you can talk about कि how this is done.
सी अभी फॉर एग्जांपल इनका स्कोर है फॉर एग्जांपल 600, राइट? तो हम उसको सिबिल स्कोर को स्टडी करेंगे। सिबिल स्कोर को स्टडी करने के बाद उनका कहाँ डिफॉल्ट हुआ है वो देखेंगे। हाउ टू रेक्टिफाई इट, वी विल सी कहाँ पे क्या डिफॉल्ट हुआ है, कितना डिफॉल्ट हुआ है। अगर आप 5, 10, 20 डिफॉल्ट हुआ है, वी हैव टू एसेस दी कॉस्ट ऑफ डिफॉल्ट। उनका बैंक के तरफ से टेक्निकल फॉल्ट हुआ है या इनके तरफ से पैसा नहीं भरा उसके लिए हुआ है। ऑल दिस थिंग्स हैज टू बी सीन इन द सिबिल रिपोर्ट। सिबिल रिपोर्ट अगर उनका ज्यादा लोन एक्सपोजर है, उन्होंने लोन दिया है और वापस सेटल किया है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल बैंक आज भाई तुम चलो 4 लाख का लोन है, 2 लाख दे दो, मैं आपका लोन सेटल कर देता हूँ। तो सेटलमेंट इज अनदर बिग थिंग दैट आप 2 लाख में तो 2 लाख वापस पेंडिंग है। If you want to have that, we have to see settlement will there be the for 3 years, 3 साल तक सेटलमेंट रहेगा आपके सिबिल के रिपोर्ट में, उसके बाद ही निकलेगा वो। तो सेटलमेंट करना है, इट्स नॉट एडवाइजेबल। आप पूरा लोन भर देंगे ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, बट सिबिल स्कोर करेक्ट किया जा सकता है आपका। आफ्टर सीइंग योर सिबिल रिपोर्ट वी कैन एडवाइज यू हाउ वी कैन करेक्ट द सिबिल रिपोर्ट।
Got it, sir. So we'll take last 2 questions.
Yeah.
So the question is, I am building a software product based on a subscription model. Do I need to register my business before doing any customer demo or presentation?
If you are doing it, it will be better, because customer will ask you what is your company, where is your company, what is it, where it is registered, do you have a website, or where that all is the compliance is very important. Before, see, anything you have to start, compliance is first thing. कंपनी आप बाद में चलाओ नहीं चलाओ, कंप्लायंस इंपॉर्टेंट है, कंपनी बनाना बहुत जरूरी है। दैट इज लेफ्ट टू यू हाउ यू टेक द बिजनेस कंपनी स्टार्टिंग। कंप्लायंस इज इंपॉर्टेंट। without any name of your company, can you do a customer demo, or will you go to a normal kirana shop and buy kirana from him without any board and anything? You will doubt him, no? क्योंकि सही में किराना है, असली है, नकली है, देखेंगे ना। That is all implies to him also.
Okay, तो एक नेहा जी का क्वेश्चन है कि सर, इफ आई वांट काउंसलिंग रिगार्डिंग न्यू बिजनेस फ्रॉम यू, हाउ कैन वी? तो सर कैन सजेस्ट एनीवे, और इसके साथ साथ में आई वुड लाइक टू से कि वेंकट सर इज आल्सो रजिस्टर्ड एज एन एक्सपर्ट इन आवर ऑनलाइन कंसल्टेशन टूल प्रो से पूछो, एंड हिज स्लॉट्स आर ओपन थ्रू आउट द डे। तो नेहा जी, आपको जब भी वेंकट सर के साथ में कंसल्टेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट हो, तो यू कैन गो थ्रू प्रो से पूछो and book a slot with Venkat sir for online consultation, and he will be there for you.
Sure.
तो सर आपके पास भी अगर कुछ, yes. So last question is कि what advice would you like to give to entrepreneurs who have started the business but they are feeling stuck or stagnant after a year or two?
See what happens, as I told earlier, like stuck, they did not do proper market research for all that, right? Now if you are stuck, now where do you have money? Bootstrapping mein do you have money, and what strategies have you क्या बोलते हैं, curated a market for you? Where is the market? Have you gone into a red ocean, that is, or everybody is there again, you have gone into the same business where people are there? So we should see where you are going, which product you are doing, how you can modify your product, where is your market niche, what is your strength. Then we can advise you how you can come out. That requires a proper consultation, then only we can understand this business and take it ahead.
Correct, correct. So I guess we are done with all the questions. और अगर आपके पास फिर भी कोई क्वेश्चंस है तो guys you can definitely reach out to us on our social media handles on Instagram, and our team will call you back immediately. And thank you very much everyone for being in such an engaging audience, and a big thank you to Venkat sir for sharing his time, energy and expertise.
Thank
आज
you.
का सेशन हमारे लिए एक रिमाइंडर था कि राइट गाइडेंस एंड राइट फंडिंग से कोई भी एमएसएमई अपनी ग्रोथ जर्नी को फास्ट ट्रैक कर सकता है. And for
Correct.
this, we have coming up with various webinars with real, relevant, and actionable content for MSMEs like this one. So next week on Saturday, that is 14 June, we have a webinar regarding how to build network as a women entrepreneur, because our next week's theme is MSME की शक्ति, which is specially for women entrepreneurs. उसके अगले हफ्ते में on 21st June, the topic is regarding lean business methods for MSMEs on how they can improve the business processes, which will be taken up by Dr. Ratan Sen Gupta. And on 28th June, we have a webinar regarding digital tools, branding and selling, which will be taken up by Mr. Nitin Mahajan. And also for all the audiences, आज के वेबिनार का रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो एंड पीपीटी आपको मेल पर मिल जाएगा. सो इफ यू हैव मिस्ड एनीथिंग देन डोंट वरी, यू विल गेट द पीपीटी एंड द वेबिनार का रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन योर मेल. And once again, thank you very much everyone. Stay connected and keep building, and let's make this MSME month count, because MSME बढ़ेगा तो देश बढ़ेगा.
Yes, that is a very good mantra for today's MSME meeting. Very good. Okay, thank you, Dhruv. Thank you very much. Thank you all audience for listening to us patiently, and hope we answered all your questions. If you have any more doubt, you can reach us out to EMSME, and we can take your consultation forward from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.